It's long been the custom, Temple Emmanuel, that during the High Holy Day season, we offer the opportunity to begin the new year with an act of tzedakah. We've always known that even with the pledge model of funding the temple, those pledges do not cover the full operating and ongoing expenses of temple life. And so the High Holidays continues to be a time when we have the opportunity to continue the upbuilding of the temple. And it's customary for many years to invite forward those who have been important parts of the congregation, long-standing members, active members. And this year, our High Holy Day appeal will be offered by Corey and Jeremy Meyer.
Good Yontif. My name is Corey. I've been a member of Temple Emmanuel since I was 18 months old.
And I'm Jeremy. I've been a member here since I was born.
For the better part of the last 30 years, the two of us have spent Rosh Hashanah morning in this sanctuary. Whether as children, teenagers, college kids returning home from school, or in our adult lives, we've celebrated the High Holidays under this roof, sitting in these pews alongside our loving family and friends. The holidays have always been a sacred time for us. We get to be together. We get to see friendly faces in our community. We get to support our rabbi. This morning, we'd like to offer a few brief reflections about what this place and this community have meant to us and how Temple Emmanuel has played a pivotal role in shaping our Jewish identities.
One of my earliest memories of Temple Emmanuel happened just right over there, close to where we're standing. I was maybe 4 or 5 years old. Shabbat services had ended and the congregation was filing out. Back then I was barely tall enough to reach the microphone, but I seized the opportunity when I noticed the microphone was still on. I inhaled and said, "Now batting for the Boston Red Sox, number 5, the shortstop, Nomar Garciaparra." This was always a safe space to embrace my imaginative spirit. Around that same age, each Sunday morning at religious school, I'd come to my kindergarten class taught by Ms. Dubinsky of blessed memory with a briefcase in hand. I donned a collared shirt, tie, and blue blazer. That's what the rabbi wore to work each morning, and who wouldn't want to be like him?
One of my fondest childhood memories of Temple was the annual Purim Carnival. It was an amazing experience as a kid. For one afternoon each spring after the Megillah reading, the Temple Social Hall would be filled with festive carnival games, raffle ticket prizes, and families dressed up in costume. Purim Carnival was also where we adopted 2 of our most beloved pets. See, back then, one of the staples of the Purim Carnival was a kiddie pool in the middle of the social hall filled with live goldfish. Each kid got to bring a goldfish home with them to the great delight of all the parents. These goldfish were a real hit, but of course, the prevailing wisdom was that even with the most diligent care and attention, the fish wouldn't exactly live to be 120. At least that's what we thought. One year, Jeremy and I each brought home a goldfish. We named them Mordechai and Esther. Not only did they survive, they thrived. And if memory serves me correctly, Mordechai and Esther lived for over 3 wonderful years in our home, and it was just one of the many examples of how Temple made the holidays fun and meaningful. And of course, that remains true today for so many religious school students.
Temple Emmanuel is also where we became bar mitzvah, and ours were certainly memorable. We each had the honor of inviting the entire congregation to share in our celebrations. The room looked pretty similar to this. In fact, many of you here today and watching remotely were here for those momentous occasions. We remember the feeling of being surrounded by this entire community of friends. Standing on the bima, being called to the Torah, and offering our own reflections about what it means to formally enter the adult Jewish community. Corey and I also took bets on which of our parents would cry first during our services. It was our dad, both times. Temple Emmanuel is also where we held our first jobs. In high school, we both worked Sunday mornings as madrifim. I fondly remember working as a teaching assistant for Leona Glazer of blessed memory, one of the many Temple Emmanuel staff who made Sunday mornings such a fun experience. We know that tradition continues today.
Of course, here at Temple, Jewish education doesn't end at bar and bat mitzvah. The learning continues through confirmation and post-confirmation. These classes explore what our tradition teaches about some of life's most perplexing questions and challenging topics that every high school student wrestles with. If you're one of the hundreds of students who participated in Temple Emmanuel confirmation over these last 3 decades, you'll probably recall reading the Rabbinic Driver's Manual, a Jewish guide to driver's education. From those pages, we explored how the rules of the road can be interpreted through the lens of Jewish ethics. It was another of the many ways in which Temple Emmanuel has served as a bridge, meeting us where we were, keeping us connected to our faith as we formed our own sets of beliefs and opinions.
Plus, the Rabbi's Study is the only place on the North Shore where players and coaches from Marblehead and Swampscott convene in friendship, the morning after the previous day's Powder Puff flag football game.
Then, of course, there's college. Neither of us chose to attend undergrad particularly close to home. I attended the University of Wisconsin in Madison, and Jeremy at the University of Iowa. Though we were many miles away, yet again we found Temple Emmanuel meeting us where we were, staying involved in our lives, making sure we knew that our community back home was there. We got care packages on Jewish holidays. We had honey sticks and Hanukkah gelt delivered to our dorm rooms and our AEPI fraternity houses.
One fall morning, a confused receptionist at the University of Iowa athletics director's office called me to come pick up a package addressed to me. I quickly trekked across the river to Carver Hawkeye Arena. You can imagine her confusion and my astonishment when I opened the mystery package to find a perfectly baked honey cake marking Rosh Hashanah, compliments of Temple Emmanuel. Of all the packages ever delivered to the athletic director's office in the framed arena, that had to have been a first.
Of course, these are just a few of our Temple Emmanuel memories. And indeed, this year in particular, our family is reflecting on these stories and on the many fond memories we share from this place, knowing that our high holiday experiences in the coming years will take a somewhat different form. So let us take this moment today to express our profound gratitude for our Temple Emmanuel family and what you have done to support us over these 3 decades.
Everyone in this room has been impacted by the temple, whether through early childhood memories, bar and bat mitzvahs, celebrations, and in difficult times of loss. The temple is always there for all of us, meeting us where we are, helping us connect, create, and belong to a vibrant Jewish community.
On this Rosh Hashanah morning, we ask that you join us in thinking about some of your Temple Emmanuel memories, moments when the temple was there for you and made an impact that you'll remember forever. We ask that you do your part in supporting Temple Emmanuel with a meaningful contribution this year, whatever feels right for you, to ensure the place we all love continues to thrive. Please make your contribution using the appeal cards at your seats or through the temple's website. May this be a year of health, happiness, and many more memorable stories for us all. Shana Tova.
I think Dad's crying first again.